Welcome to the Put on Waivers Media Group, home of the Put on Raiders podcast and the Student Body Right podcast. This is your place for the best breakdowns and the best insight for those who fight on and bleed silver and black. Now, here are your hosts, Dwayne Douglas and Ryan Holmes.
Bryce Young has the ball with the game on the
line. No question about it. Yeah, he's special in that. He's special in that. No question about it. So Raider Nation likes to fight internally a lot. So the one of the biggest fights online has been in the Twitterverse has been Gonzalez versus Witherspoon. I mean, I like Gonzalez a little bit better. I mean, if both players are available, I would take Gonzalez. I mean, I think they both have opportunity to be really good corners. What are your thoughts about the battle between Raider Nation between Gonzalez and Witherspoon?
I'm on Team Gonzalez here. I get the feistiness and the hard hitting of Witherspoon, but we've seen the Raiders take a bunch of hard hitting defensive backs that turn out not to be much. And I'm not saying that's going to be Witherspoon. Yeah. They look great on highlight tapes, but I mean, physically, Gonzalez is a bigger frame, longer arms. He's faster. He has bigger hands. Like, he passes the athletic test a little bit better than Witherspoon does. The change of direction, all the stuff you're looking for movement-wise in a bigger frame.
Mm-hmm.
I think he has a much better chance to be a lockdown outside corner. Witherspoon can move in to play the slot. He can play outside. I get that versatility. I want the true number one shutdown. Put him on the outside against the best team's other guy. We'll figure out how to guard up the rest of these guys. Where Witherspoon might do that, but I think because of the handsiness, I think there might be a little bit more penalties there. Like, he's going to rely just more on being a tougher, more physical guy, and I get why fans are attracted to that. I want the better pure athlete that's longer, that has better opportunity to cover some of these elite athletes on the outside. So I just think the athletic gifts of Gonzalez separate them a little bit for me. I'd be fine with either one of them, but if I had to pick one, I would take Gonzalez.
Yeah, me too. I think one thing I'm over is the replays of hard hits. I mean, I say with Jadeveon Clowney and people like that. I mean, in college.
Can we go back to Mike Mitchell?
Yeah. Oh yeah, Mike Mitchell. Yeah. Of course, I'm so sick of seeing those plays.
Ike Robertson was a headhunter. How's that turned out?
Like, yeah, it just hasn't. So I mean, it's a different league. We gotta get out of our league when we grew up, where you could hold people. You could do some things like that, because some of the one hit they keep replaying, I'm guarantee you that's flagged in the NFL. The one on that screen pass where he blows a player up. I think that's definitely a screen. I definitely think that's gonna be an issue there as far as that goes.
I think too, Witherspoon, the low completion percentage against, like, he wasn't facing, other than Ohio State, like, who are the elite outside receivers? The hardest thing to do is to judge cornerbacks, because in college they can get their hands all over the guys all the way down the field.
Yes.
In the NFL, like, those guys can get away with a lot of stuff in college and put up great numbers, but give me the guy with ball skills that's a better athlete with better feet, like, rather than the guy that's just more physical than his competition in college. Because I know when you get to the NFL, Witherspoon's not going to be a better athlete than the guys he's lining up across from. Exactly. So when it's one-on-one in space and you can't use your hands, give me the better athlete.
Yeah, and I mean, and in college, you teach them to be as handsy as possible, because it's only a 15-yard penalty. You can live.
There's no illegal contact. You can do whatever you want down the field for the ball in the air.
Yeah, so it's probably one of the hardest positions to evaluate going forward, as far as that goes. Looks like in non-Raider news, but AFC news, that Odell Beckham Jr. has found a home with the Ravens. Interesting.
Rich home.
A rich home out there in Baltimore. And that is probably the signal that Lamar Jackson, this whole charade is not charade, but the whole situation is going to be summed up pretty soon there, because I mean, you got to think that those two talked, and I mean, he's not. I mean, he might come for that money regardless of who the quarterback is, but you would think that that means Lamar's coming back at some point.
I think they had to overpay to get him there, knowing that it's not a pass first offense. Like, Odell Beckham's not signing with the Ravens to go put up 100 catches with 1,200 yards and 10 touchdowns. Like, that's not the offense they run. No. So he knows that. So he's like, pay me now, because I know I'm not getting paid after this, because he's not going to go up and put out Pro Bowl numbers. I look at it the other way. If I'm Lamar Jackson and I've carried this team for 4 or 5 years, and you won't pay me, and you go out and just pay the guy $15 million guaranteed that didn't play a snap last year and has been good for 6 months in the last 3 or 4 years, I'd have a problem with that. And thanks for giving me the receiver, but why are you paying him? He's done nothing for this franchise.
Yes.
If that's what I would do if I was Lamar Jackson, because he's all about the money, and they just gave money they could have given to him, and they gave it to a receiver that we don't even know how healthy he is or how he's even going to fit in this offense. Like asking Odell Beckham to be a number 2 with Matt Stafford and Cooper Kupp, where he's not getting all the focus in a short season when he went over there, is a lot different than saying, hey, you're the number 1, go over there and beat coverage. And oh, by the way, we're not going to throw you the ball, every other down like you're going to do in other places. I just don't see it being a match. Like, I don't understand the signing there schematically, or I do from Odell's perspective. $15 million is $15 million. He wasn't getting that from anybody else.
Yes, makes sense. Makes sense. The buzz that Bijan Robinson is going to be picked in the top 10. I like the player, but
I'd say he's a top 10 player in the draft. I don't see a team taking him in the top
10. On somebody's personal big board. Yes, but I don't see a team taking him there as well too. So I kind of agree with you as far as that goes. Going forward, is this really I'm sure they'll draft somebody, but is this going to be? I'm getting a lot of questions about the linebacking core. Is this the linebacking core they're going to be going with for the most part? Yes.
I hope not.
This is bad.
I see a lot of Vic Tafer came out with an article. The Raiders need to find 3 defensive starters. They need to find like 7 defensive starters.
Yes, they do.
They're not going to do that in this draft, but like, I still don't think they're taking defenders with 3 of the first 4 picks or 4 of the first 5. So like, where are they going to find these 3? Unless they find a guy in the 4th or 5th round that they're going to start, that doesn't mean that that's going to elevate the defense because you're starting a 5th rounder. Unless it's Tariq Woolen and you hit on a guy like that. But like, I see all these people like give Ziegler, like give him a chance. Like last year he had a chance and he didn't find anything.
Dude, really. Your chance is when you sign the paperwork and you start day 1. Like you don't get like this whole
draft. I think.
Yeah, come on, stop that.
And to think that he's just going to start pulling out Max Crosby in the 4th or Tariq Woolen in the 5th, and the Raiders are just going to find like 3 superstars in the 4th or 7th round. Like the odds of that happening are basically not. It's 0. They may find a guy that can plug in and start, but if they're serious to finding 3 starters in this draft, they're going to have to take defenders for 3 of the first 4 in the top 100, 3 of those first 4 picks, or trade down and get more picks in the top 100. Otherwise, you're just filling bodies in because you don't have anyone else on the roster. We'll see. Like, let's hope Ziegler nails this draft, but I just think that the odds of them finding 3 legitimate day 1 starters are very slim. They might find 3 starters, but that doesn't mean they're legit day
1 starters. And they could be starting just because they're his guys and he drafted them and he's giving them opportunities to start. I mean, Cleveland Farrell wasn't a starter, and but he was the 4th overall pick, so they started him and he was their pick. So that happens as well in the National Football League. So I got a draft. We'll do a full mock draft, but just for shits and giggles, we'll do a quick one right here. So I'll let Ryan go through. I got the Raiders here. I got a draft simulator. I'll let you know who's the top. We'll just do 4 rounds. It'll fly by real quick. So let me just go ahead. We'll start real quick.
From the wing here. Let's see what we got.
Let's do it from the wing. So right now, we stayed at 7. I'm not doing any trade offers, so let's go reject. So reject. All right, so you got Tyree Wilson. You got the Raiders stayed at 7. You have Tyree Wilson. You have Anthony Richardson, Johnson from Ohio State, Miles Murphy, Bijan Robinson, Witherspoon, Brian Brees, and then the tackle from Skoronski from North Carolina, from Northwestern.
So basically Stroud, Young, and Gonzalez.
So Young is gone, Stroud is gone, Gonzalez is gone, Levis is gone, Anderson's gone, and Jalen Carter is gone.
I would take Wilson.
Wilson.
Easy guy to fill in behind Chandler Jones when Chandler Jones isn't on this team 2 years from now. I think pairs well across from Max Crosby. I think there's a lot of depth at cornerback in this draft. I don't think there's a lot of pass rushers or defensive line help. So I think the scarcity of true impact edge guys, I think I would lean Tyree Wilson. I think he's a great fit within Patrick Graham's defense.
All right, so let's go there. We got Tyree Wilson. I think I agree with that one too. Is this one is blocking? I don't need a full report. Let's see, close. Oh, yeah, there it is. Okay, plus button. All right, good. All right. Let's see what we got in the second round. And again, we'll try to get one of these done for a full one before the draft coming. We're flying through the second round. Let's see here. As the computer does the draft, and Joey Porter goes to Seattle. Just kind of naming some random people who went places. Quentin Johnson went to Minnesota. Michael Mayer went to the Saints. Dalton Kincaid went to the Eagles. So no Waller replacement there. Reject. So we got a player I like, but there's no way they should take him in any way whatsoever. Josh Downs. Josh Downs. You got BJ Alugiere. There you got Darnell Washington. Darnell Washington. You got the kid Double A from Northwestern on the edge. You got Mazzie Smith from Washington as some of the options there. Got Jack Campbell from Iowa.
Well, I would ask what offensive tackles and what cornerbacks are on the board.
Offensive tackle. So let's go offensive tackle.
Or offensive lineman is the guard from Florida there.
The guard from Florida is there. Torrance.
I would take Torrance.
Torrance.
Fill up that hole. He's a monster. If Raiders could get Wilson and Torrance with the first two picks, I'd be very happy with that.
Yes, they need trenches. We talked about them not doing that earlier in season. So it's okay. We roll. It's rolling on so far. Let's see, keep going.
He'd look pretty good on the Raiders' offensive line.
Yeah, they could definitely use that. It's number 70 is coming up, and we're going to reject. Well, they want. Seattle would like to trade. To see here, yeah, it's funny. Pick number 83 and Noah Fant. Pass. All right. So let's see here. You got let's go to all. You got Campbell. You got Charbonnet, the running back from UCLA. Avila from TCU. Marvin Mims. Keanu Benton from Wisconsin. And you got Blake Freeland from BYU. Also got Sidney Brown at safety as well, and Butte from LSU.
I would ask what corners are left.
Corners are left. Corner. You're looking at Eli Ricks. You're looking at Jalen Jones. Caillou Blue Kelly from Stanford. Martin from Illinois. Darius Rush from South Carolina, and Alex Austin from Oregon State.
So no Julius Prince, Cam Smith, those guys are gone.
Yeah, they're gone. They're gone.
What tight ends are there?
Laporta from Iowa. Latu from Alabama. Kunt from Old Dominion. Shoemaker from Michigan. The big guy. The guys like Musgrave and Kincaid and Mayer are gone. Those guys are gone, long gone.
And you said Jack Campbell was still on the board?
Jack Campbell is
a linebacker from Iowa.
He is.
I would take Campbell out of the Packers.
All right.
So I got two defensive starters. I need a third one.
Let's see. Get into the Waller pick right at 100 coming up here soon.
Mm-hmm.
Number 12 for the Giants. And we are almost there. All right. No, reject trade. Reject trade. Okay, good. All right, so we got. Well, is there a position group I'm going to go to first?
Defensive tackle.
Tackle. All right, we got Pickens from South Carolina, Roy from LSU. We got Wooden from Auburn, player from sounds like a made up player named Jackson from Baylor.
Yeah, you're kind of cutting out there. I think something's wrong with your feed, but I can hear you now.
You hear me now?
Yeah,
Oh,
there's a bunch of feedback.
you got me to say that. You got me now or no?
Yeah, I can hear you, but it's kind of loud and muffled.
No, okay, sorry. I got Pickens, Roy,
Yeah.
Wooden, player, Stills. You also got Jalen Redmond from Oklahoma.
I don't love any of those guys. What's safeties are on the board?
Brown from Penn State, Ronnie Hickman from Ohio State, Jamie Robinson from Florida State, and Trey Dean from Florida. I know it's not.
No, don't love any of those guys. Let's go back to the offensive tackle. Any chance Jalen Duncan is there?
I got Steen, Morris, McFadden, Kirkland, Connor Gavlin, Earl Bostic, Jalen Thomas, Jake Witt. Who are you looking for again?
I was looking for Jalen Duncan.
No, he's not here.
All right, let's go. Let's go to tight ends. Who's that? Is Kuntz still there?
Yes.
I would take Kuntz at Old Dominion.
Oh,
Or no, who's the North Dakota State guy? Is he there?
Kraft? I took that kid.
Kraft?
Let me see. Hold on one second. Let me see. And for what position?
Tight end Tucker Kraft. He's from South Dakota State.
No, he's gone.
He's gone?
Yeah.
All right.
All right. And all right. And who's 109?
Oh, pick 109 as well. There we go.
109.
I'm writing these down. Kuntz.
I think we got one.
Definitely need a corner. Let's just pick a corner. Let's look at the cornerback list here.
Cornerback world. We got Blue Kelly from Stanford.
I like him.
All right, and Darius Rush from South Carolina, and then Alex Austin from Oregon State.
Give me Darius Rush. I would flip those. I would have taken Rush at 100 and then Kuntz at 109.
Okay. So you want Rush and not Kelly?
Yeah, I would take Rush over Kelly.
Yeah. Cool.
Although Kelly did play in the Senior Bowl for Patrick Graham, so there is a connection there. But I got 2 defensive starters, maybe 3 for us to break in, but like it's going to be hard to get 3 defensive starters.
People think because one guy breaks through, like they wanted that you should that's how it's gonna happen. Like it's not how it happens. So I only did 4 rounds. When we do an official one, we'll do the whole thing. But we got Wilson, got Torrance, Campbell, Kuntz, and then Rush are the picks. Schools are Texas Tech, Florida, Iowa, Old Dominion, and then South Carolina. How big is Kuntz? 6'7"? Oh,
he's a big one. He's a 2-way guy. He's an inline blocker, and he can get down the field. I have it right here on my computer. Let me look it up.
Yeah.
I'll give you his measurables here in a second. Tight ends.
I still got feedback, or I'm good?
They're good. Kuntz is 6'7", 255. He ran a 4.55 at the combine, 34-inch arms, 10 and a quarter inch hands, 83 and an eighth wingspan. So he is a big physical guy that can run and has the frame to be an inline blocker as well. I think he's a fit within the offense, but we're saying 2.5 starters. That's assuming that they start Wilson over Chandler Jones. We may have 1 starter here in Jack Campbell.
Yeah, no question. Let me just do one here, and then we'll leave, and we'll come back next time. This is not really. It's pretty much the same situation here. So I'm going to reject. So talk about unrealistic. So the Panthers want Panthers want 7 and 70 for me to go to 39, and they're gonna give up Burns and Brown.
That's not happening.
That's never happening. Like, this is never in a million years happening. I'm gonna go a little different. I'm gonna go Jalen Carter. Swing it. So I'm gonna take a swing at Jalen Carter. I'm gonna take a swing. At Jalen Carter. We'll see what happens. See what happens in Vegas. Get him an Uber Plus, so he has to drive around, and we'll see what happens.
He's visiting with the Raiders. I think it was yesterday or today or yesterday.
But I thought he was off the board.
Big paper.
Right,
He may be off the board. It might be a smokescreen to get teams picked up. We never know.
But I know that's true. I do. But when he's in one of those top 30 visits, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I will give Ziegler credit. He's bringing in everyone in the top 10 and every quarterback. If he's looking to trade down, he's making it look like he's in on all of these guys. So
I am going to do the players who are available, top players who are available for me right now are Dalton Kincaid, Zay Flowers, Gibbs. You got the kid, AA from Northwestern. I'm not gonna waste a lot of time. I'm gonna take Dalton Kincaid because I need a tight end. I'm not gonna, even though I have other needs, but he fits. I've seen that guy, and I've seen that guy his whole career. He's phenomenal. So I'm not gonna mince around with that one.
You saw him against USC.
No, I did
16 catches, was it? How many catches did he have in the game at Utah?
He's still catching balls. He's still catching balls.
He's still
oh my God. That was a nightmare. But although I do like Mare better, but I do because he's so huge. Let's see here. Of course, no, I'm not. No, Tampa. I'm not trading you. Not trading you 70th pick for Josh Jacobs. All right. Let's see here. I'm gonna try looking for. I need some defensive help. What they got for defensive tackle? Already got one already. Let me see what they got for edge. Andre Carter from Army is available. So corner. Too early for that dude. On offense, let me see what they got available. Running back, tight end. Offensive tackle, guard. Let me go with. Can't go with him. He's hurt. I'm gonna go tackle. Georgia, Warren, McClendon.
You're just taking offense. Josh McDaniels paid you to do this mock-up.
I know. I'm taking a chance. Because some of the defensive guys on that big board are not. It was too early, so I'm going to just take a chance and see if they'll be available. The same guys I was looking for. Let's see here. Reject. I am gonna take. I'm gonna go with. I'm gonna go with a linebacker here. Henley out of Washington State. Don't love him, but I need a linebacker. And then 109, reject. 109, edge, corner, safety. Yeah, those guys. I'm gonna go cornerback Alex Austin from Oregon State. I think that's pretty much.
I'm a Julius Brents guy, so when the Raiders draft Brents, I'll be happy.
I think that's pretty much it. Yeah, but I like sucks a lot. Let's see here. I like a couple of these running backs, but he just I don't know what he was doing with our running back room. So Carter, Kincaid, the offensive tackle from Georgia, And I got Henley, who the linebacker from Washington, and then Alex Austin from Oregon State. So that rounds out the draft. I got two starters, and that's two. I got two starters. That's it. I mean, I know I got two. I got Carter and Kincaid. I got two guys who are going to start. Everybody else, I'm not. I mean, they're gonna develop. This just shows you how much these players are gonna have to develop. I mean, the back half of the draft is about developing those players because if you find a guy who can start, I mean, it's just difficult to find a guy who can start when you go to third, fourth, fifth round guys.
I was told by Mike Mayock that they're starters in the third round. Brian Edwards, Lynn Bowden Jr., and Tanner Meas. I think we should have the listeners and subscribers vote on whose mock draft they like better.
When we do the real one, yeah, we do the real one. Just to get a feel for it. All right, Ryan, I know you got some travels coming up. Have fun. Take care.
That's putting it lightly. I might as well get a Southwest uniform and just start working for Southwest Airlines.
You can work there part-time. That'd be perfect. All right, Raider Nation, take care. We'll next couple of weeks before the draft, we'll get on and do a mock draft. We'll simulate the whole thing. Ryan will do one, I'll do one, and we can vote online to see who you like the best. All right, peace.
Take care.
Yep.